Hi, I'm Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. Today, we're going to discuss 5 foods to clean your coronary arteries out. 5 foods to clean your coronary arteries out. Now, cardiovascular health is something that's very critically important. According to the Centers of Disease Control, every year in the United States alone, some 800,000 Americans have a heart attack. And of these 800,000, 600,000 people are having their very first heart attack. Approximately 1 person dies from a heart attack every 35 seconds in the U.S. alone. That's 655,000 Americans dying each year, or 1 out of every 4 deaths being cardiac related. 1 in every 5 heart attacks is known as a silent heart attack. The individual does not even know that they are having a heart attack. It may feel like just pressure in the left side or right side of the chest. It may or may not go down the right arm. It may or may not radiate from the left chest, right chest to the left side of the jaw or the right side of the jaw. I've had patients that initially presented with a heart attack that just complained of having an eardrum that felt like it was filled with fluid behind it. Others, they felt like a bubble in their chest that went into their armpit. Others, they felt as if they had to continuously burp over and over again. And it was later found on EKG and blood testing to be an acute heart attack. And of course, we emergently treated them. We had them life flighted out of our facility where they underwent coronary angioplasty reperfusion therapy. And yet, another life was saved. Something that I was very happy to initiate and lead. I don't want to see another person die from heart attacks or cardiovascular related health problems. Now, today, we're going to discuss 5 foods. These 5 following foods will go a great way in flushing fatty acid deposits from your coronary arteries. They have an omega-3 fatty acids that I discussed in my prior video by the name of EPA, which is eicosapentaenoic acid. And the long chain of unsaturated fatty acids from these omega-3 oils I'm about to mention decrease cholesterol levels and clean fatty deposits from the arteries. Let's look at them. Number 1, mackerel fish has about 4,000 milligrams of omega-3s, has about 200% of vitamin B12 and 100% of selenium that you need. Selenium, you may be asking, Dr. Alexis, what is selenium good for? I would respond to you, my samurai and samurettes, great question. Selenium is good for thyroid health, keeping that thyroid tissue at its optimum. The thyroid gland being situated right here in that portion of the neck is the powerhouse of the cellular organisms, the energy as human beings that we need to get through our day. My mother has hypothyroid, low thyroid, and has to be supplemented with synthroid. And so this selenium naturally found in mackerel goes a long way in maintaining tissue health, specifically the thyroid tissue. Selenium is also good for immune system, white blood cell count. Also good for mental agility and mental focus and keeping you away from developing the mental blues. On a cloudy day, you want to be able to have more mackerel in your diet, not waiting for the sun to come out on a clear blue sky day with the sun at 100,000 lumens of intensity. Even on a cloudy day, you can still get around 50,000 to 60,000 lumens of light, which is good for vitamin D production, good in the boost and enhancement of mood, of course. Now, let's look at number two. Number two on my list of the 5 foods to clean out your coronary arteries. None other than salmon, coming in at 4,000 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, loaded with EPA, and don't just eat this fish for omega-3 fatty acids, but it's great for helping to fight, again, the blues, depression, and loaded with so many other good minerals that I discussed in my prior video. Next, number 3, let's look at some plant-based sources of foods to clean out your coronary arteries, namely flax, F-L-A-X, flax seeds, coming in at 2,300 milligrams omega-3 fatty acids. Also a great source of fiber, magnesium. Flax seeds possess also very important omega-3 fatty acids known as ALA, A-L-A, which stands for alpha-linolenic acid. So very important. Let's look at the 4th food item on the list. Chia seeds, coming in at 5,000 milligrams per serving, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, but also in manganese, selenium, magnesium, and has all of the 8 essential amino acids, which sometimes not all plant sources have them, but this one does. Very good for sprinkling in various hot cereals, supplements to your salads. So very handy, very accessible, and very necessary. Number 5 on the 5 foods to clean out your coronary arteries. And this one is often overlooked because sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. None other than walnuts, coming in at 2,500 milligrams per serving. Walnuts loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. It packs a powerful punch, combining fiber, copper, manganese, vitamin E. Now, in my prior video, I discussed the importance of copper. I would refer you to that prior video so you can see the nutritional benefit that copper has, which is commonly overlooked. Walnuts, I generally like to add that to my salad with salmon, so sort of a salmon, spinach, walnut salad. Can have a little vinaigrette, some blueberries, some bits of tangerines. I'd also like to have some strawberries in there. And maybe some diced onions. And I'm going to give you a bonus, some sauteed bits of garlic. Garlic being great, having quercetin of a constituent that's great in flushing the fat out of coronary arteries. And so that's one way to decrease the 800,000 persons per year sustaining heart attacks in the U.S. alone. Even if you save one life, that life is priceless and is worth all of the efforts. Now, you may be asking me, my samurais and my samurettes, ideally, how much omega-3 fatty acids should I be consuming on a daily basis? I would tell you that's a great question. You should be looking at 300 to 400 milligrams omega-3 fatty acids on a daily basis. Now, especially in pregnant women, you want to get multiple seafood sources in order to obtain that daily requirement in order to keep yourself and the fetus healthy. Now, I want to also put it out there. In general, you want to consume less than 10% of your total daily calories from saturated fatty acids and replace them with monounsaturated or polyunsaturated fatty acids to help reduce the risk of heart disease. Now, you may be asking me, my samurais and samurettes, Dr. Alexis, where does saturated fatty acids come from? That's a great question. My samurais and my samurettes, let me tell you where it comes from. Traditionally, saturated fats are from the animal fats, including dairy products. Now, you may be asking me next, Dr. Alexis, where does the monounsaturated fats that you spoke of come from? And again, my samurais and my samurettes, that's a great question. Examples of monounsaturated fatty acids would be olive oil, canola oils, safflower oils. And then your next question to me would be, where does polyunsaturated fatty acids come from? And again, great question. Sources of that would be soybean oil, corn oil, and cottonseed oil. Don't forget to click on the subscribe, like, comment, send to 25 of your friends. Comment so I know what to speak on for future medical topics. Let's all live to the age of 100 and above, my samurais and my samurettes. And as always, I'm Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Media Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. God bless.